And here we go with the final unit, Unit 9. Find the solution for a system of equations. Well, there's a few ways you can do this. And I'm going to show you one obvious way is substitution, because they are equal to each other. Actually, this is the only way to do this one, because one's a quadratic and one's a linear. So you just set them equal to each other. X squared minus 3x minus 18 equals x plus 3. Now I'm just going to minus x and minus 3 from both sides, which is going to give me x squared minus 4x minus 21. And now I'm just looking for two numbers that multiply to give you 21 that differ by 4. That's going to be 7 and 3. But I want more negatives. That's negative 7 and positive 3. Which makes my solution 7 and negative 3. But remember, I'm looking for a solution to a system, so I have to plug those numbers in and find where they meet. So 7 plus 3 is 10. And negative 3 plus 3 is 0. I did lie. Well, I told the truth, then I lied. There's another way to do this. And we're going to use our handy-dandy calculator here. So we're going to go into y equals, clear out whatever we have, and put in x squared minus 3x minus 18. And then, on y2, we're going to put x plus 3. And we're going to graph. So we see a parabola and a line. Now I'm going to find the intercepts. So second trace, calculate, and I'm going to go 5 intersect. And all I'm going to do is move my cursor about the point of intersection, hit 1, 2, 3 on enter, and there it is, negative 3, 0. I'm going to do it again, calculate, intersection 5, and I have to move this bad boy all the way over. There it is. And I'm going to move it kind of close. I lost it. There it is. 1, 2, 3. 7, 10. And there's my answer. So I could have just done that and not had to write it out, because it doesn't say how to find the solution. So either one of those two methods was fine. Okay, here. Substitution is not going to be good. Well, it's not bad, because since these are all even, you could divide by negative 2 and get x minus 3y equals negative 3. Okay, and now to make this, I want to cancel my x's. I need to multiply by 7. So that's going to give me 7x minus 21y equals negative 21. And then bring this down. Cancel. Negative 21 plus 8 is going to be negative 14y equals, how about we subtract correctly, that's going to be 13y, 8 and 3 is 11, which is going to equal negative 26, divided by negative 13, I get y is 2. Now I would plug 2 back in to any one of these, and I find out that x is 3. So there's my answer. Remember, always write it as a solution. I could have also, right off the bat, done elimination, and with the original equation, either cancel these two with 14 and negative 14x, or these two with 48 and negative 48. All right? So I'll do the second one, I mean the first one. I'm going to multiply the first one by 7 and get 14x plus 42y equals 42. I multiply the bottom one by 2, negative 14x plus 16y equals negative 10. When I do this, I get 8, 48y equals, I'm making too many mistakes here, Oh, that's right. Except this is 58. Back up, because I know where my mistake is. I can't see that this is a negative 2x there. So I need to multiply by negative 7. So that's going to give me 14x minus 42y equals negative 42. And then multiply by 2, and get negative 14x plus 16y equals negative 10. This looks much better. Cancel. This is going to give me negative 26y equals negative 52. Divide by negative 26. And y is 2 again. Which I again would plug in and solve for 3. Now the other way to do this, if you are not asked to do this any certain way, and you just need to find a solution, is with the matrix. And you should write down your augmented matrix, which is the coefficients of the numbers, negative 2, 6, and 6. Negative 7, 8, and negative 5. Then get your handy-dandy calculator. Go to matrix, which is second matrix. Go to edit. Now this, remember, we always use the reminder, RC, remote control. So how many rows are there? There's 2. How many columns are there? There's 3. And then we just put them in. Negative 2, 6, 6, negative 7, 8, negative 5. Now remember, you have to hit quit right here and come back in to matrix. Then go over to math and go up to RREF. Hit enter. And then go into matrix again. Tell it to look at that matrix you just made. And looky there. 3, 2, X, Y. Like that. So your choice, whatever you feel most comfortable with. Right? If you are solving a system and get the answer 7 equals 7, that means all real numbers. Any solution would work. Any point on one line will be the same on the other line. If you get a false statement, that means there's no solution. Okay. First day of ticket sales. School sold 3 seniors and 1 child. So let's say X is senior and Y is child. So the first day, there were 3 seniors and 1 child for a total of $38. On the second day, there were $52 brought in. Again, 3 seniors, but this time 2 child tickets. So at this point, again, you could do whatever you want. It would be very easy to multiply by negative 1 here and cancel and get y equals 14. And then just plug 14 back in and get x equals 8. And then you know you have 8 adults and 14 kids. That would be very easy to do because you already have 3x and 3x. You just have to make one of them negative. Simple. You could also, if you want to, go in and do a matrix. 3, 1, 38, 3, 2, 52. And just see it again. You can fast forward if you don't want to see this. Second matrix, edit. It's a 2 by 3. So we're going to put in 3, 1, 38. And 3, 2, 52. And then hit quit. Come back into matrix. Math, RREF. Again, go back into matrix and tell it to look at A. And there's your answer, 8, 14. In order, X, Y, seniors and adults, kids. Your choice, whatever you feel most comfortable with. 99. A repairman charges $50 to show up and $40 for each half hour of repairs. This is a constant. This is a variable. It changes with time. So it's $50 plus $40 per hour, X being number of hours, equals Y, the feet. Now what kind is that? Well, it's linear. In fact, it's Y equals mx plus b. Your y-intercept is 50 and your slope is 40. A petri dish started off with 250 bacteria. Okay? The rate of growth tripled every hour. Well, if you remember from the previous video, or one of the previous ones, as soon as you see the word tripled, you know you have E. If you have something like tripled, quadrupled, doubled, or continuously, you're using that model. And so therefore, we're going to say future value, and that's exponential, is equal to your principal amount actually, sorry, I'm lying. It's not E because it's not continuously, but with tripled, that becomes your base. And then your exponent is up there. All right? So 250 times 3 to the x. Solve the following system. Well, I would go right into a matrix. -1, -5, -5, 2. 4, -5, 4, 19. 1, 5, -1, -20. There's your augmented matrix. Now this is a little bit different because this one, rows by columns, how many rows are there? Matrix. Edit. Now there are 3 rows and 4 columns, 3 by 4. And we're going to put in the numbers, -1, -5, -5, 2. And the reason we show this is because a lot of people made mistakes on this and had sign errors on their test. And if they just calculated and had the wrong answer, it's the wrong answer. But if I can see that you put in, of these 12 numbers, you put 11 of them in correctly, and unfortunately one of them you put in a negative sign where there shouldn't have been one, or you forgot a negative sign, well, that's a shame because you'd be completely wrong. But if I see the augmented matrix, and then you have a wrong answer, I can give you partial credit. Now, that's unless it's a multiple choice question on the final, in which case you've got to get it right. So I quit, go to matrix, math, RREF, second, matrix, enter, enter. -2, -3, and 3. So I write that out, remember, as a point. -2, -3, and 3. Just like that. 102. Always a good problem for drawing. 405 feet squared is their area. There's a width, and the length is 3 less than twice the width. So we have width, and we have length is equal to 2 times W minus 3. Okay? But I'm going to write the length like this, with no L, because the area of a rectangle is length times width. So if I just take the length times the width and distribute, so it's equal to 405, I get 2W squared minus 3W equals 405. So I'm going to move the 405 over. Sorry. Minus 405 equals 0. Now at this point, you got to find 2 numbers that multiply to give you 405. We're going to have 2W and W here, because 2 is prime. One's going to be positive, one's going to be negative. And this is just one of those trial and error ones. Now, personally, a little cheat I do is I take my calculator and big numbers like this, and I take the square root of the big number. And that gives me 20. And from there, I just take and go either up or down. It's up to you. 405 divided by 20. Obviously not 20 because that's a decimal already. So I'm going to divide by 19. Decimal. 405 divided by 18. Decimal. 405 divided by 17. 405 divided by 16. But it's still, this is still better than guessing and checking. Just in your head. Just randomly checking numbers. Because look at there, 15 and 27. Okay? So I need 15 and 27, and I need to get negative 3 left over. So if I do 15 here, that makes 30. Minus 27 is 3. But look, I want more negatives. So that's negative and that's positive. So what are my two answers? W equals, subtract 27, divide by 2. And we cannot have a negative measurement. Or W minus 15, 15. So the width is 15 and the length is 2 times 15, 30, minus 3, 27, which we already knew from the calculator. By 27 feet. Okay. Manufacturer wants to maximize profit. 230 on the first and 150 on the second. So that's going to be my objective function right there. 2, that's a 3. 2.3x plus 1.5y. So x is the first product, and y is the second. Now I can make up a chart if I wanted to, or I can just kind of look at it. Remember, my first two constraints should always be these two. And even though I said it many times, people still miss out on the test or the graded worksheet. So please be careful about that. Now, it says the combined production should not exceed 900. Combined means add them together. They cannot exceed, so it must be less than or equal to 900. It can be 900, it can be 899, but not 901. And the demand for the second is twice the demand for the first. This is a tricky one. The demand for the second is at least twice the first. And those are the constraints right there. And that's all you have to do in this problem. All right, now we're just matching. Okay? Now remember, if you are not sure about any of these, take your calculator and type them in. Y equals. Y equals X. Hit graph. There you go. That's D. Y equals absolute value of X plus 2. Y equals, remember math, under math and number is absolute value. And if you can't remember that during the final, you just ask, where is absolute value again? You're not being tested on that. But you should remember value is V, okay? V for value. So that's A, right there. That's that V shape. 2x squared plus 5x plus 2. You should at this point know from all the ones we've done today and previously that that's a parabola. So that's this one right here. That's going to be B. Log 2x. Let's say you cannot remember which one that is. So you clear that out. You go to math, go to log base, put a 2 over, put an x, and hit graph. And if you can't remember the difference, there's E. And what does that leave? 2 to the x, which is exponential, which is C. Again, you can put that in the calculator to confirm. And last but not least, last problem. We've already graphed this part because that's quadrant 1, which we have going over there. 2x plus 2y equals 10. If you use the cover-up method, y, 10 divided by 2 is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you do the cover-up method, x is also 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Always, always, always use a straight edge. I told you to add an 8 here. So the cover-up method, again, x would be 8, 6, 7, 8. Cover-up method, y is 4. And this is why you need a straight edge, because you need to see that you're in one point right there. Like I said, it's a good idea to kind of trace over your shape, because this is the shaded area. It's underneath both of those. So my endpoints are 0, 0, 0, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and finally 5, 0. So if you plug those into here, 2 times 0 minus 0, well, that's just 0. 0, 4, 2 times 0 minus 4 is negative 4. 2 times 2 is 4 minus 3 is 1. And 2 times 5 is 10 minus 0 is 10. That's your maximum. But remember, max of 10 at 5, 0. That's how you should write out your answer. That's it.